When using full well tips, when would you use jewel adhesive and when would you use fiber gel? We'll act like these are two different people's nails, okay? Some people have really high arches, very narrow with deep sidewalls, and some of them have more of a little wider flat nail. It could even be a narrow flat nail. So I would be considered with high arches myself. So what I would choose is fiber gel, because fiber gel is a much thinner consistency than the jewel adhesive. Now, what if you have a more of a flat nail? She has a slight arch, but nowhere near this side. If you look at it from the side right here, you could see how it is a little higher here than this person's nail. So what I would pick for this nail is the jewel adhesive because it has a little bit of a thicker consistency. It's going to really fill in that negative space. The nail has a slight flatness, but the forms actually, if you look right here, have a bend to it. So it's a lot more bent than her nail, right? But it actually fits pretty good. So what I would do was would use this gel for sure, because it's going to fill up a little thicker here and it's going to feel very natural and comfortable, and you're going to eliminate any bubbles that may occur. So I'll start pushing back the cuticles. I'm going to go into my medium 150 arbor band. I'm going to put it on 5,000 RPMs. So I'm going to come in and do baby circles around the cuticle area and then tickle through the rest. And you'll find on this nail right here, with somebody with high arches like me and deeper sidewalls, what I'll do is pull back the skin right here, use zone 1 and zone 3 to come in. So another tip I would do for a high arch, and do not skip this step. So I'm going to do a handover method, and I'm going to start right here and I pull back her skin, go around, and then with this thumb I pull down her skin here, and it's just a little light tug. Like on a person, it's just a little light tug, It's not anything real aggressive. Okay, so really doing that, you're getting into those deep pockets and making sure you're prepping with a 150. So what you'll do here is dust off the fingernail. I'm going to swipe to change the pH balance. Never skip this step as well. This is going to change the pH balance, take off any debris, any oil, anything that would cause disruption with the adhesion. Make sure it dries all the way. Once it dries, it'll look chalky, and then I'll go into protein bond. So I'm going to come in, go through all 10, and as you see, it kind of starts to just look tacky. The more the oxygen hits it, then you come through with your second coat. Let me make sure this fits still. That's actually almost perfect. On the side right here, it's a little tad bit wide, but that's what you want. You want it a little wider, because if you go a size smaller, it's going to have too much of a curve here, and you're going to have to push so hard down that if you accidentally come up a little, you could create an air bubble. Okay, so with this one, I'm going to use, and you could use any color you would like if you want like a pinker background, whatever. I'm going to use clear in this case. I typically like to use clear because I like to see if there is a bubble or if it's sealing very well. So with it being lighter on the side, I'm going to get my file, come in, and I like to thin out my tip right here. It has a little thickness because it's close to the cuticle. It'll fit a lot more flush. Okay, let's measure it and see if it fits good. It's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is little trick I do is I hold it right here. Once I have it where I want it, I will hold it here and put my finger right where the nail ends. Okay, so her natural nail goes to there. That's going to show me how far I need to prep underneath. You need texture for it to hold on to the gel as it cures. So if I have it, her nail is that long, I'm going to use my arbor band, and I have my little marker there. Let's see if you can have a clear view. And I put it on and put a little faster, 6,000 RPMs, and I'm going to go down to where my hand would be. Okay, I'm going to measure it. First, let's dust it off really quick. Don't let all that dust go on the nail. Okay, that's important. Then I'm going to come in, and I need a hairline more. So I'm going to come right here. Perfect. So I am going to dust this off because you don't want any of those particles in there. And I'm gonna make sure again. So I would do this to all 10 of her nails and place them in the row you're doing them. So pinky, ring finger, middle, pointer, and go from there. Once you do that, you're ready for application. So what I'm going to do is there's a brush on one side and a mixer on the other, and I am going to use this little spatula on this side. And I'm going to use my fiber gel on this because it has a higher arch. Okay, I do protein bond the inside of my fingernail, but I don't over protein bond it. So I do it for two reasons. If I'm gonna do a glass nail or like a see-through nail with the sheer color, I really don't want to see the scratches. This tends to hide any scratches and it cures very flawless looking, more flawless than not putting the protein bond. So I'm gonna circle it like this, wipe it off, and just wet it with the protein bond. First, get your light. Make sure you're ready with your light, okay? So what I like to do is get it kind of up a little higher, and then when I have it, I kind of am able just to go right under. So I could tell she needs to come out a little closer to me. So that's what I do. I always make sure it's just a small movement. If it's a small movement, it's fine. But if you're moving it forward or backwards, it's a lot harder to get the light to cure it. It's just more natural this way. Okay, I'm just getting exactly the amount I feel will work the best. Okay, so remember it's runny, so it's gonna run a lot more. I'm going to come in right here. I'll wipe it off, maybe just a tad bit more, so I'll show you really close what it's gonna look like. Okay, you'll get real close in there and you could see it. Take a little bit off the tip. There we go, that looks really good right there. So I'm gonna start my light and I'm going to come right here. Slowly, slowly bring it down. You could see the gel moving down. Okay, once you have it where you want it, you're gonna slide under the light right here. And this far away, they won't feel heat. They may feel the tightening of the cure. It's not like a tight feeling like it's squeezing it. It just all of a sudden feels secure. So I've held it here about 30 seconds now. So from there, I will go under the light for 30 more seconds to finish curing it. Or you could go on to the next one till you're done with all 5. Do the same thing with the flash cure, then go in for a full minute and cure everything just to be safe. So being we're only doing one of these nails with the deeper sidewall, I'm gonna come in and cure her 1 full minute. Okay, what I'm going to do from here is now prep the top of the nail. I have it on 6,000 RPMs, and what I'm going to do is go around the cuticle area like you would prep a nail normally. Okay, I like to make 1 pass. Let's look at it. I'm gonna do 1 more pass to thin it out a tad bit, and it will be flush with her nail. Notice how I don't keep it in one spot very long. Let's do a little bit more there. Now I'm going to tickle all the way through. Prepping this entire nail, going up with zone 1 into 2, going up from 3 into 2, helps you prep it very well. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is switch to my square bit, and sometimes some of the full well tip may thin out really thin, or there may be a piece missing. That is not going to disrupt your look, your cuticle look, or your adhesion. All it's going to do is be really flush, and I'll show you all the steps I do to complete this. Then I'll come right here and I will blend it in. See how a little bit came off? That is not anything bad. That's why I'm going over it. I'm just cleaning all my sides here and blending it in. I personally like to do that. I don't like when it grows out. If your client feels a little lip back here, mine grow out perfectly, or beautifully I should say, like comfortable where they have nothing to pick on by doing this extra step. Some people don't, and I could tell because you could feel the lip. I'm going to dust it off, and I'm going to go into protein bond from here. So when I'm done doing my cuticle area, you could see there's a little bit of her cuticle exposed where the full well tip filed like very flush with it. If her natural nail is exposed, that's totally fine. You're going in with Protein Bond, and then you're gonna go into color of choice, art of choice, or whatever you're going to do from there. It will have a perfect bond from there with your next gel layer. So come in right here, Protein Bond the entire nail and the cuticle area, and you are ready to do whatever color you would like from there. Okay, for this one, I will measure as well. Alrighty, I'm gonna file her side a little bit on both sides. So let's dust this off because I want no dust on her Protein Bond. I haven't Protein Bonded her yet though, I'm just sizing it actually. Okay, now I'm gonna thin it out. I'm gonna come right here. I'm going to use my opposite hand. It's easier for me to keep my mark. Once I have it lined up at the cuticle, I put my finger here and see where my thumbnail is. Right there is how far I need to prep, where the thumb is. So I'll come in with my E-file. I like to put it on 6,000, and I'll come in, prep in the middle, and then her side and her side. Now let's see. Okay, there's a little spot I missed, so let me show you. See right there? There's also another bit you could use. I'm going to show you really quick. And it's usually when they have a longer nail bed. When it's shorter, it's easy to get it about here, but when it's longer, like the training hand, I'll come in around it here, and this is my round cuticle bit. I'm leaving it running just to make sure. Okay, that's actually perfect. So make sure that it looks textured all the way through. You don't have any see-through spots. See how it's completely matte looking? That way you know it's textured enough. So I'll dust this off, and I will Protein Bond both of them. I'll lightly Protein Bond here. The reason why I do that, the gel will stick to Protein Bond and a sticky texture on the full well tip. And then I'm going to put it on the base of her natural nail as well. So now let's get the proper amount for this size of nail. So typically I like to pick up enough, like almost half of it. Like if I were to set the ball, I pick up here, and it would not be totally half, because totally half it'll seep out on the bottom. So what I want to do is get enough for, like, say close to half, but more closer to the quarter. So I'll show you what I mean. So right here, see, it's a quarter of it. So what I'm going to do is right where it ends, this is where her natural nail ends, I'm going to put it 3/4 down and wipe this off. Okay, then I'm going to turn on my light, pick her finger up right here, and slowly watch it seal. Slowly watch it seal. Okay, slowly go into the light, making sure you're keeping it straight. And this is perfect, like 30 seconds. Actually, I feel like 15 seconds it holds, and that's in 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 15 seconds. Do that to all of your nails. Once you're done with that whole hand, you're going to turn this light off and cure for 1 full minute under the light. Okay, I am going to take my arbor band, and I am going to come around the cuticle area. No pressure, just contact. I'm going to go over it again. So what this is doing the second time around is really making it flush with her natural nail. So when it grows out, it'll grow out nice. Now I'm going to tickle through the rest. Then I'm going to come in zone 1, up to 2, and zone 3 up to 2, looking down the barrel. So that way I'm covering the entire tip. Okay. From here, let me take this little square. So I'll make sure that you could even tighten it up a little more if you want to. You could leave it, whatever you think. Make sure all your sides are nice. And from here, you'll dust it off, Protein Bond, and then go into any color of choice you may like to polish, or any art or any style that you're wanting to do from here. So let me do this one again, even though I did it earlier. As you could see, they're both adhered the same way. One's a little more narrow of a nail, more of a C curve. And if you look at it from the side, it's actually a little higher in the C curve than this one, a tad bit. So I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. Now you know what to use for a high arch or a flatter nail.